I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone's. I am here for the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 4 Episode 12. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So, charges against Michael have been dismissed, and to Ashley, this means that Michael's innocent. All what the girls been saying, it is not true. Michael is innocent. He has been vindicated. But like the girls and me were thinking, that's not necessarily true. It could have been, okay, we don't have enough evidence to prove that he did this. It could be, okay, Michael was like, okay, I'm gonna pay whoever this person is off, say I'll never do it again, go to some classes, sweep this under the rug type of situation. So Michael and Ashley, they're going on the news to discuss what's been going on. And Giselle, she has her popcorn ready. She is front row center on her couch to see what was going on. And I was like, they looked awkward together on, I guess, get it on the news talking about something. Your husband his charges have been cleared to him out here grabbing folks' booty and all this, that, and the third will be kind of awkward. But them two sitting there seemed awkward. And Giselle peeped that as well. Let Ashley tell it that while this whole situation happened, she was looking at Michael. So therefore, there's no way this could have happened. Michael says that while filming, it was a lot of people around. He bumped into the cameraman, and the cameraman said, "Don't do that again." And I'm like, if you accidentally bump into somebody, this is not okay, don't do that again. If it's like, okay, you say sorry, didn't mean to bump into you, and you go about your business. If there's a lot of people around in the area, then you're bound to bump into somebody. But the cameraman saying, don't do that again, made me side-eye this situation. And we're going to get to that later on in the episode. But like, why would you say don't do that again? So Ashley meets up with Monique, and she wants, saying how she's doing better. Her and Michael, they're the best thing since sliced bread, they're better than ever. And Ashley brings up how, well, Candace said, well, you were talking behind my back as well. Now, to defend talking about Ashley behind her back, she's talking about Candace behind her back. Well, girl, what I've said to you in front of your face. She pulls up text messages between she and Candace. And in the text, it was like, I was right all along. Y'all can leave me alone. This is Candace speaking. And she also saying how I knew they was going to go to the press because Chris was called in as a witness to the cameraman. Now, I wouldn't say that's so much as now. Granted, Candace, she has been on one this whole entire season towards Ashley, and I don't know if it's this. Well, she was already like this beforehand, but then we throw into this little case situation and made it worse because she knew her husband was a witness to something against Ashley's husband. Now I'm like, Monique, I thought you and Candace made up. So how is it now you talking about Candace going behind people's back when you're going behind Candace's back? We're sharing text messages that you two share with each other. I was just like, you being being messy too. You trying to defend what you've been doing to throw Candace up under the bus. Now, granted, like I said, Candace, she's been doing a lot this whole season. She over talking about something. She needs to focus on what she said and not what I said and be a grown woman. And here go Ashley. She ain't a grown woman. She ain't a grown woman. Candace lives in her mama's house. Now, Katie, she adds another layer to the story. So, I guess Katie, her fiance, boyfriend, whoever he is, Jacob, Ashley and Michael, they were going to meet up. And Michael said to Jacob, answer on your private number when I call. I'm like, that seemed weird. Answer on your private number when I call. Jacob, he felt weirded out. But I was like, I would too. You calling me, call me straight from your number. Me, I'm the type of person, if I don't have your number typed in my phone, there's a good chance I'm not going to answer it. Because I don't know who it is. You shouldn't be calling me. I'm still mad because I got a new phone number. And whoever had the phone before me, bill collectors be calling at least 4 or 5 times a day, Monday through Saturday. It is annoying. Now, Robin throws wine this haunted house type of party. And the first and last time I went to a haunted house was like 20 years ago. And I went with my cousin and I held on to his hand for dear life. Because it was kind of a situation you like go in there. But they had only the two of us go in there by ourselves. It's pitch black. I'm holding on to his hand, squeezing it, make sure that's his hand. I'm seeing hovering stuff. People grabbing on like when everybody else finally come in, we walking around getting grabbed on. Like, I can't do it. Like, your girl is scared. I be sitting here having my phone next to me and the alarm go off and I get to jumping. So I know I would not have been able to make it at this haunted house, because my first reaction is something jump out of me, my fist ball up, and it's getting to moving. So I don't want to be out here hitting nobody. But you know, Robin wanted to do this for Juan's 40th birthday, and I was like, okay, that's good. But they in like the backwoods, like on the road where there's no lights. Now, I went to a family reunion in Louisiana and we was on a road that was no lights. This is the kind of road where you've been here all your life, so you know where every turn is. And if you're not from here, you should be going 5 miles an hour if you're here at night, which you shouldn't be there at night because there's no street lights anywhere in any of the area. There's no street lights. I was like, I had never seen that in a day in my life. So the girls had to ask Ashley, how does Michael feel about her hanging out with the group? And she was like, you know, he's getting better. He's just worried that you guys are going to come for him. Like, why would we come for him? Well, because all these allegations in the news, that's why. Mainly you, Giselle. Like, I've been going through some things. And when we met at Oz, you was being very, like, you believed what was going on. And she was like, I did. Because when I asked you, did Michael do this? You said, I can't talk about this. Instead of, he didn't do it. By you saying he didn't do it, I come to the conclusion that he did do it, because you just said, I can't talk about it. We're going through a case right now. So I just assumed. Like, this isn't the first time. This is my opinion. I formed my opinion from what you said. Like, yeah, Ashley feels that nobody was there for her, but she's been going through some things. But I was like, girl, you've been laughing, talking about you're great. You've been laughing, Kiki, and all this good stuff. You guys are great, remember? You know, nothing's going on. You've been smiling and cheesing in front of our face. How is we supposed to know deep down in, in your spirit that you was going through some things? Like, girl, you wasn't communicating with us. How was we supposed to know? But Rob was like, in Giselle's defense, this isn't the first time that Michael has grabbed somebody's butt. And then we have to go down a memory lane of all the times Michael has done something that can be deemed inappropriate, like when he grabbed Andrew's butt. Now, to Ashley, he did not grab Andrew's butt. He patted it, saying, let's dance. Either way, his hand was on Andrew's butt, and Andrew didn't ask for his hand to be there. Then we have to talk about how he wanted to grab Ray's butt, but he's like, I controlled myself and I didn't do that. Then, we have this whole situation where we was at the Uncle Lump's party and he was saying what he wanted to do. Now we have this situation. It's just like all this stuff can't be a coincidence. Like, and Candace's whole thing is, why would this random person just pick Michael out of the group to be like, I pick you to accuse of doing this certain thing to me. And I was like, now we can't say Candace was on one in this situation, because everybody, they had their opinion. They wanted to know what was going on. Is Michael gay? Is he? No, Michael Darby is not gay. She didn't say if he was bisexual. Like me, I don't really care. I'm kind of over this whole, like, did Michael do this situation or didn't he do it? And just when we thought we was done with this situation, we've been wondering, okay, we have all these cameramen, people are on their phones taking pictures, and we have no footage, but we do. So this unseen footage, now we see Michael walk past a cameraman, and the cameraman says, please don't do that again. Now, in case people who don't have a DVR, they rewound it. And we see Michael walk past cameraman, the cameraman saying, please don't do that. And Michael saying, okay, all right. and walks over to Ashley. So Ashley she was in eyesight of Michael, and it wasn't like it was a whole crowd of people to where Michael accidentally bumped against this man, because we seen the cameraman standing there, taking footage, and Michael having enough room to where he can swing his arms as he walked by. So it wasn't a crowded area. Ashley wasn't standing next to him. None of that. And we also see where later on we hear him say, I didn't touch his butt. I didn't touch his butt. Somebody's calling his name. He's talking about he's trying to get a beer. So I'm like, this just looks like, Michael did it and Michael paid some people off. That's what it's starting to look like, because up until this moment, it was just a lot of hearsay. This episode, we see Michael walk past. We see cameraman saying, please don't do that. Now, it wasn't like please don't do that. It was like, I didn't like that touch that you gave me. Please don't do that again type of situation. And then later on, Michael saying, I didn't touch your butt. I didn't touch your butt. It's just not looking good for Michael. It's not looking good. Well, I guess Ashley, she ain't really got nothing to do with it. But and now we have footage of, we don't see the actual grabbing of the butt, but we do see cameraman saying, please don't do that. So I don't know how it is that, charges were dismissed. Maybe he got a good little coin, cameraman, and Michael said he's not going to do it again. But at one point, after Juan's, haunted house birthday party, Ashley was saying, this situation, it's just, making people believe all the allegations from past. It's not looking good for us, boo-boo. I was like, no, it's not looking good for y'all, boo-boo, at all. It looks like Michael did it. And whether this was why Candace was so gung-ho about, do y'all really want to have a baby? But she was like this before this type of butt grabbing situation, or is it like she knew some things that they just didn't talk about? I don't know. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave. Oh yeah, Karen's daughter was working with Macy Gray, because Karen knew everybody. Her friend, I don't even remember his name because we ain't seen him in a while. What was his name? Will knew Macy Gray. Macy Gray and Karen are friends. Karen's daughter can sing, so now she's working with Macy Gray. So that was basically the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on, so when this beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your friends. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.